This is the Dreo Smart 2-in-1 Tower Fan. It's a combination of an air purifier at the bottom plus a fan at the top. I'm going to go through its features today and share with you about this product. This is one of the first ones in the industry. I feel like maybe another similar competitor would be the Dyson one, but the Dyson one comes in at a more expensive price tag. At the time of this recording, it came in at like $500, where this one, at its release date, it's going to come in at around $300. So it's cheaper, but it still packs a punch. It has a lot of awesome features to it, so we're gonna dive into that and go through, is it actually worth the $300 price tag? So as you can see, this actually comes in at a decent height, but it's slender enough that it can fit in the corner of a room and it's not gonna be too obtrusive for you. To operate the device, it has a control panel up top here with buttons that you can click on. It has an info button, which you can cycle through to give you different metrics. You can see your filter life, the temperature in the room, the speed of your fan, how many particles there are. I don't never know what this is. It has to do with how like clean your room is, but I'm not exactly sure what that number means, but it's 5, a funky looking upside down HG-M3. If you know what that means, let me know in the comments, because I have no idea what that means. And it has a blue light indicator, so I do know what that is. It'll turn different colors if your air quality is poor or bad, and then it will turn blue when it's good and clean. And then I currently have it muted so that when I click the buttons, they don't make noise, because that's what I prefer. And then it has a plus or minus button to increase or decrease the fan speed. There are actually 12 levels, so it can go pretty fast. At the top speed, it actually puts out a lot of air, and especially when you're standing far away from it, you still feel a good breeze. But the nice thing is it's not overbearingly loud. At the highest mode, it's not that annoying, but then if you drop it to like a lower mode, like 1 or 2, it's very quiet and you wouldn't even notice this. It basically sounds like ambient room noise. It doesn't sound like much. Not bad. Pretty quiet. And then it has a mode button in the center of it, which will toggle between different settings, whether you want it to be an automatic fan, whether you want it to be nighttime. And then it has a mode where you don't have the fan, but you still have the air purifier going on, so you can access them separately. And that's actually a nice feature, because sometimes you just want to clean the air. You don't necessarily want to have a fan blowing full speed ahead, so you can shut the fan off and just have it clean the air, or vice versa. You can just operate the fan if you don't want to clean the air necessarily. So it's good that you can just use them independently of each other. And then over here, it's like a leaf looking icon with little plus buttons next to them. If you hit that, then that is going to toggle between your different air purifier settings. And then click it one more time and it'll go back to auto. And then it also has a button up here to toggle on the, what's it called? Oscillation, where it moves back and forth. And then you've seen there that it said 30 on the screen. Well, it actually have different settings. It has 30, 60, 90, and 120, and that's the degrees that it will oscillate. So right now it's only set to 30, so it's going to be a small little window, but you can toggle that to be farther of an oscillation, so that's kind of cool. I feel like I'm most typically going to keep this at a 90-degree oscillation. That way I can store it in the corner of a room and it will give you enough breeze throughout the whole room. So those are the basic operations of this device, but then you can also control it through a remote that it gives you, and basically this has all the same controls as this does, but now I don't need to necessarily go up to this every time to toggle through stuff. So if you have this in your bedroom, you can keep your remote at your bedstand to change some of the settings to turn the fan on at nighttime, or however you want to change it, you can use the remote. So right now I have both things set to auto. My air purifier is set to auto and my speed of my fan is set to auto. So now I'm gonna spray some stuff in the air to see if we can get it to change. Now the sensor actually that detects if your air quality is poor is actually up at the top here. It's in the back. You actually have access to it if you ever need to clean it off, or if it's acting a little finicky, you can access it right up at the top. So that's kind of nice. That way it's like closer to where you're breathing in the air. It's not like way at the bottom somewhere that it takes longer for the pollutants to reach it because it's lower. So it's nice that it's right up here where you're breathing at. So let me go see if I can offset this and get it to clean the air. Body spray, baby. Ha! There we go. So I sprayed the sensor right there in the back with body spray. Now it's kicking it into a faster setting speed. It says auto, so I don't necessarily know what level this is at right now, but look how quickly that just cleaned the air back to green. Now it's back to blue. Two things I want to share with you about this example is that this is made to clean the air particles and the pollutants in it, not necessarily odors. So the room still smells like body spray, but it's not harmful. There's no pollutants in the air, so it's running back to its normal state. So I just wanted to point that out. If you think this is going to be like an air freshener, it doesn't necessarily work that way. It doesn't like remove an odor, but it removes the harmful air quality. The other thing I wanted to point out about this test was how quickly it actually returned back to its normal state. That's really nice because I know that some other air purifiers will actually run for a longer duration once they detect a pollutant. And the bad thing about that is it kind of burns up your filter at the bottom a lot faster. So your longevity of it will burn up a lot quicker and then you have to buy a new one, versus this detects the pollutant, it kicks it into high gear, it gets rid of that pollutant, and then it returns back to its normal state very quickly. This way, I still have great, what's it called? Filter life. That's what it is. Your filter life, your filter percentage right here, it's still at 100%. It's still good to go. It's not like it's running for a long period and dropping this down to 99, 98, and then I have to go buy a new filter right away. I want to see what other things I can get to set this off. I have a candle. I mean, it's still smoking. Let me cover this back up. Buzzing, green. Now I've got an off-brand Windex. Off-brand Febreze, or glass cleaner. Off-brand Windex is what I meant to say. Off-brand Windex. It made it turn green. Now you know some of these cleaning agents might not be the best for you. But you can also control this through your phone. You actually have an app that you can get. Here, let me screen record so you can see what I'm doing. Okay, so Dreo has an app, and you can see that I actually have their old air purifier, which works great. I've had it for a year now, and I literally haven't had any issues with it. It's been awesome, especially when I'm cooking and like fry something and burn something a little bit. It does a great job of just turning on, getting the smokiness out of the air and just bringing it back to a comfortable atmosphere. So I really have been enjoying their old product, but this new one right here, this is how it works. This is what it looks like. It shows you your air purifier and you can control its settings by clicking on this button that says like normal. And you can see right here that it gives you all the same controls that it has up here as well. So you can go through and change this however you want to. It's a really clean looking app. It functions really well. It's really easy to pair as well. So that's the app. And then you can at a glance see what your air quality is, see what the temperature is in the room, and then see your filter life. So that is really nice. You can also set up schedules if you want it to turn on at certain points of the day. So the app is right here. You can get that. And then I think you can also like order new filters if you want to, because if your filter gets all dirty and bad, you can just order it through the app as well. And I heard they're around, I could be wrong, but I heard they're around like 80 bucks if you want to replace it from their website. I don't know. I haven't replaced mine yet. I've actually had my other one here for a year, and I hardly even dented the air cleanness or whatever. I think if you run it like automatic nonstop, I think it says it will last about a year. But I turn mine off a lot of the times, especially because my air is pretty clean for the most part. We don't have pets or anything. So for the most part, my air is clean already. I'll turn it off. But then when I want to use it, if it's getting a little stuffy in here, I'll turn it on. So I still have like 90% life of my filter on my old device. So they last a long time, and I bet if you're running it more continuously with pets, then it will obviously burn up a little bit quicker, but I think it's supposed to get you around a year's time. As far as the build quality goes, it feels like this is just plastic, which isn't anything special, but I'm okay with it. I don't need like a hunk of metal sitting in my living room. I'm okay with this plastic because it makes it lighter to pick up and to move and stuff, but it doesn't feel unstable or anything. I feel like it has a decent sized base, or what's it called, like the lower center of gravity or something, so I don't feel like it's going to tip over too easy if you have kids or something and you bump into it. So I'm not too concerned about that. It seems fine, and it doesn't seem to affect the fan or anything when I knock into it like that. Overall, I feel like this is a pretty nice combo if you're someone who's looking for like an air purifier, or if you're someone who's looking for a fan, maybe consider getting both, getting a dual system like this, because then you're getting the best of both worlds. But I'm pretty pleased with it. I'm very happy with my old air purifier from Dreo, so I just want to point that out, that I'm already a fan of their products. I think they do a good job with creating it. My mom actually went out and bought one as well, and she has pets, and she always has, what's it called, like a fireplace going, so her house can sometimes be filled with like maybe smoke a little bit, or just the pet fur and stuff. So her purifier runs quite a bit more than mine because I don't have pets, but it's working great, and her air quality is improved significantly by just having it. But now you have the option of having a fan as well. So if you want a little breeze, if you're someone who likes to sleep with the fan on, you might as well have clean air going on you instead of musty, dirty, old air like most people. So check it out if you want to. I feel like it's pretty cool. It's pretty nice. And yeah, that's Dreo Air Purifier Smart 2-in-1. What's it called again? Smart 2-in-1, not 2-and-1. So there it is, the Dreo Smart 2-in-1 tower fan, air purifier plus fan for $300. I feel like this is a better deal than getting something from Dyson. So if you're considering that, maybe save some money and get basically the same exact product, but this has way better airflow and power to it. So there it is. Check it out if you want to. Thanks for watching.